Hi, everyone. We are back for our second live of the day. My name is Butler, and I am with my creative girlfriend and business partner, Lisa Rojas. We are Bella Crafts Publishing. We do a free craft magazine 4 times a year. Summer issue is out. If you haven't gotten it, please sign up. Lisa will put links in when I'm doing my project.
Yep.
And we're working on fall presently. So we are excited about that. Excited always with a new issue, just like a new ebook. I mean, it's all fun to put together.
Yep.
Karen says she loves the last live from Lisa and can't wait for mine. Thanks, Karen.
Oh, thank you, Karen.
I know you love foiling, and it is so much fun.
Yeah. And easy to do.
It is. The results. The results are just instant. And I'm going to look on here real quick and find us. I know we're live, but I always just...
I know you do.
I always like to make sure everything's working perfectly.
And I will say hi.
So, I want to welcome everybody back. And if you didn't see Lisa's live, make sure you catch it in the replay. We do give away door prizes every single week. We have fabulous sponsors. So like, share, and comment with the hashtag Bella Crafts this video with all of your friends, because we don't always have the same friends, and maybe they are crafty too and they'd like to get some inspiration. We would appreciate that.
Yeah. Share.
With that, we put them in a randomizer on the following week. We always leave it open for our replays until midnight Central Time on Tuesday, so that everybody has a chance to win. And those of you watching on YouTube, Lisa actually hand grabs the ones that have hashtagged and everything, because everybody should have a fair chance to win the prize. Right.
And since it doesn't show up, YouTube doesn't show up on our thing. That's why we got to do it that way. So, yeah.
Yes. Isabel, no apologies. I haven't started yet. Your laptop is updating and you had to find alternative technology.
I hate when it updates in the middle of something. Go ahead. I know what you're going to say.
No, I know. I mean, it's like it happens at the most inopportune time, always.
It just happened to you like a month or two ago, and we were complaining about it.
Yes. But Isabel, it's a good thing you're here, because I redid my project a little bit, because I was talking about Pink and Main's blender brushes last week, and you asked if I was going to show them. I redid my project so I can show them, and because they are really the best. They are. So let me see. Before I start, I want to let everybody know, at least those of you who have been to BellaCon in the past, that BellaCon Camp is happening October. I gotta make sure I get the dates right. October 18th and 19th in Bloomington, Minnesota, in-person event. And I will be sending out all of the information to everybody that was part of BellaCon this year or last year first. Right. So I'm going to send it to all of you first, because there are only a limited number of spots. We're keeping it small. It's not going to be like our first BellaCons where we had 175, 80 people. This we're limiting to like 30 or 40, because actually I will be teaching, Eileen Hall will be teaching, and Juliana will be teaching. So the three of us will be together in Bloomington.
It's going to be
fun. We wish Lisa could be there. Julie McGuffey may be there, and she will be our hostess with the mostest.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. And
that'll be fun.
So we will all be together, and we will be helping each other teach each other's workshops. So we will do workshops all day on Friday and all day Saturday. And in
Yeah.
between workshops, we'll have little mini workshops. And Friday night, we're going to have some stuff set up to where you can play on your own, try a few different projects. We will have some things set up. You can make cards for the military. You can, like I said, try some products you haven't had a chance to try before, or you can shop because Eileen and Jules will have some stuff for sale too. So, Karen, I don't know if I can make it. I'll have to organize the time. Yes, Karen. I am putting it available to the attendees of BellaCon. You'll get the information sometime tonight. It might be midnight. I'm not sure. I mean, I have it all, but I'm still working on the website. I am offering an early bird price. And then it will go out on Friday or Saturday to everybody else. So I want to give those that were part of the event first chance. Hey, Carol. So I'm excited about that. Still working on, well, all the details are done. I'm just still working on getting the website.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. And otherwise, we are working with Pink and Main today. So Pink and Main, hi Angie. Pink and Main has a brand new laminator, and they have foil and they have toner sheets. I am working with some of their foil, their machine, and they also have these. I have my overhead light off, so it's hard to read. These adhesive transfer stickers. So I'm using these. They are like a glue. So you transfer it onto your cardstock and then you can foil it, which is very cool.
Yeah.
I wish you could join too, Isabel. Yes, I do. There will be, okay, so like we're doing this in-person event. It's in October. We may offer it virtually with some of the same workshops in November. We're not sure yet. We're gonna see how things work. But we are definitely doing the in-person one in October. So excited about that.
Yes.
And yes, Isabel, I wish you could be there.
We wish everybody could be there. I wish I could be there.
I wish Lisa could be there. Yes, I know. If Lisa could travel, she would be there.
Oh, in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? No.
Brenda, you missed Lisa's live, but you'll catch the replay. Yes, Lisa's live was very cool. She did 3 cards.
That was a little insane.
And she did.
Yeah. But
she'll tell you something as I'm turning my camera down so that you all know, those of you that watched her. I will switch my camera.
Okay, you do
Go ahead and tell them.
Okay, guys. So those of you that watched my live knew that my cute little Pink and Main laminator tool jammed on me. So I wanted to let you know that, that kind of stuff happens. I said that earlier. And sometimes I just feel like I have days like that, when nothing is working right. But it did get stuck, but it did get taken care of. There's a little release valve back here, release button, and that's how you can get it out if it jams on you. Okay. It's not something that happens a lot. This will probably be the first time that it's happened to me ever. So I just wanted you guys to know that. Okay. So
it's easy to get flustered during a live when something like that happens.
Oh yeah, because it just totally throws you off your game.
And like I said during her live, it happened once to me when I was teaching in Texas, and it was with my my Royal Sovereign, which I've had, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know how long I've had it. I've
Yeah.
had it for a long time. So it does happen. There is a way to fix it. So
Yep.
I'm
So
glad.
you do it and you move on.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yep.
So here we are. This is what we're using. Sorry.
Nope, you're fine.
A phone number was coming in on my computer. I declined it.
Mine does that all the time.
Here is what we are using today. So Pink and Main has these simple greeting sticker. They're adhesive transfers. I'm going to show you how to use those, but I'm using my toner paper. I know they have their toner paper, but traditionally, even with other things, I tend to use my toner papers because I have them, and they're available. That's why.
And I use I use their toner papers in my live, so they can see them in there.
So I am using their foil. This is, I mean, this comes in a roll, and it's 6.25 by 25 feet. So that's a lot of foil on a roll, you know. So that's good to know. And I do have their machine. So their machine is a little bit different than my traditional laminator. My laminator has a hot and cold. This one does not. This one is much smaller. I like how tiny it is. It has the on and off button in the back. And then it has 0 to 5 settings. Okay. There we go. 0 to 5 settings. And you just press it to where you want it. I have been using 3. Now, these settings change the pressure, you know. So it does come with a pouch to put your stuff in. So this would be a little bit thicker than when I usually use just a piece of copy paper. But I'm using this because it came with the machine. And I'm going to explain to you why mine looks all scratched up. You know, traditionally when I do foiling, I run it through my laminator twice. I take the foil and I run it through all by itself to flatten it out. With this laminator, I found I can run it through once, which, yay, saves time, right? But when I ran the foil all by itself, like when it comes out all wrinkly and I put it in here, it transferred some onto the pouch. So I took and put the Dawn Power Spray on there and took my scrubby and scrubbed it clean. So, but it still works totally fine. So nothing, it's not a big deal. Now, they also have this most adorable low brush. Isn't that cute? I mean, it has glitter in the handle. I am all about cuteness and glitter. So, of course, I love this. Now, this is optional. Everybody doesn't do it. And I must say, I don't always do this, but it is for, okay, I'm going to show you. I'm using the roses in here, but and I already have it cut down to a tag size, but it is so that you can brush your toner paper, right? To make sure there's no specks of dirt or anything on it. But it's also so you can brush your foil. I would say 98.9% of the time. I've never done this. But if you have issues, it would be a good trick to start trying, right? So I am putting the pretty side up on here and putting it inside the pouch. And then I'll bring this over so you guys can see it. And I'm just putting it in there till it grabs. And then I'm going to let it run through. So here is a full-size sheet I did with that. And I want to show you that you all know that I have black toner paper. Well, Pink and Maine has colored toner paper, which I have never seen. I mean, she is the first one to come out with color. She even has white. I don't have the white. I would like to try the white. But so she has colored toner paper, and then she has gold and silver. So these come in packages, and it works much like doing the foiling on the black toner paper. Okay, this has gone through once. And I know with this pattern, you can't see it maybe as well. But there it is. There, you can see it there. It's so pretty. I wanted this pattern for a specific reason, though. And then here, you can see everything that's left. So you could take this, and you could take this colored toner paper, and I'm going to go ahead and just brush it. And you could take this and put that on top and run that through the laminator. And when you do that, this is what you get. So the pink is showing through instead of the black. So isn't that cool? I mean, that is something totally different.
Yeah, that's
Black
a
toner
good one.
everybody has seen, but isn't that beautiful?
I love that.
So these are the two. And again, you can't see this one unless I go to certain angles. Right there, you can see how beautiful that is. It's so pretty. But on here, wow. I mean, it's nice to have an alternative to the black. So I wanted to show it to you with another background one of mine. So here's the leaves, which I use a lot too. There, you can get it. You can see it right there. Isn't that pretty? And then this one is on the silver, not the pink. Isn't that pretty? I mean, it'd be super cool in the gold for fall, but it's just one more way. And like I said, Michelle from Pink and Maine, she's the only one I've seen with these. So that might be something you want to look into. So I'm going to actually shut this off. Nope, I got to keep it on for a minute. Sorry, I'm not done yet. So I'm going to keep it on, turn it back on. So here's my tag. And what I'm showing you today, my original project was this. So here you can see the rose paper with the pink. And this background was actually a manila tag that I used watercolors on. And then I used the adhesive sticker. But last week, Isabel asked me, because I was saying how great Pink and Maine's brushes were. They are so cool. So I decided to change my project up, and I'm going to show how these brushes work. And this is the tag I'm going to show you. Okay. So on this one, I'll tell you how I did it. I took this, I moved it over here. This comes with 2 sheets of these sayings, okay? So I took the Thinking of You, And this is not the same one. And you peel it apart, and I put it on here after it was watercolored. And I actually ran it through the laminator to adhere it. You don't have to. You can use a die cutting machine. You can use the back of a popsicle stick to remove the adhesive onto your item. There's several ways to do it, but I ran it through the laminator. And then I foiled it. And then I added these pieces and just added the twine. Now for this one, what I did was I foiled my cardstock, okay? And you can still see the foiling from certain angles on here. There you go. So you can still see that foiling. So even after you foil something, you are able to go ahead and add inks. You can watercolor over it, and the foil still works. You can do it before or after. I usually do the foiling first. So I did the foiling. I'm going to take my craft mat so I don't get everything dirty on my table. And these are Pink & Main's blender brushes. They come in 2 sizes. And see, she has her name on everything. It's just so cute. She has these carriers that go with it. But these, to me, are really ergonomically good for my wrist. And you're able to blend them up and do this instead of doing so many other things. These work really well for me. So the inks I'm using are Gina K's. I'm using Wild Dandelion, Sweet Mango, and Coral Reef. Okay, let me think. I did it when I did this one. I did it in the opposite order. I wanted to go in this order, so we'll see. And I got to switch these two. So I start out with the Wild Dandelion, and you just ink your brush up. And I'm going to start at the top, and I just start off the edge, and I just come on, and I do about 1/3 of the tag. And you can add as much color or as little color as you want, depending upon your pressure, or you can add more ink. A little ink goes a long ways, so you can just keep going around because it gets darker and more intense the more you go around it, right? So I think that's good. And I went just a little bit more than 1/3 because I'm going to blend this with the Sweet Mango. There we go. I'm going to look at these. I want to make sure I'm going to put them in that order, because on the other one I did do the Coral Reef next, and you can tell the color. Well, I think I'll do the Sweet Mango in the middle like I planned. So the Coral Reef, I'm going to turn my tag around, and I'm going to do the bottom part next. And again, you just take that up, and it's so comfortable to use these, which isn't true of all brushes. And again, I come off on the edge, and that's just so you don't have like a stark, like if you start here, you might get an imprint of the brush, but if you come onto it brushing, it just makes it blend so much easier. And for this, I'm coming up a little bit more because that middle part is going to be the Sweet Mango, which is the order I meant to do my other one in, but it didn't work that way. So I can keep going darker just by being a little bit more intense with it. See, here it's lighter and there it's darker. And I want to show you, if you look, see, you can still see that foil pops right through there, which is amazing to me that you can ink right over it. So now I'm going to use the Sweet Mango, and I'm going to use the bigger brush just to show you they're the same. I mean, like, if you could only buy a few brushes, I'd buy them maybe all the same size, but I have some of each. And I do try to keep, like this one, I try to keep with yellows or beiges, and this one I do pinks and reds. I try to keep them in the same color family. It's not always possible, and I know that. But okay, so now I'm going to add this, and I'm going to come in right from the middle here, right into the white, but I'm going to blend into the yellow or into the wild dandelion and the coral reef. So I'm going to blend it out. And I'm just going to bring that in and blend them together so that hopefully you don't have a stark line anywhere. And with this bigger brush, you're able to cover more ground, definitely. But it's just as comfortable as the smaller ones. And I just blend it until I'm happy with it. I like to see some of the mango up into the wild dandelion, and so that they're blended nicely together. So there you can see like a nice transition from the wild dandelion into the two colors and then into the two colors here. So that's what I like to see. And again, you can go as light or dark as you want. And you can still see all of that beautiful foil. So you can also, like, I'm going to cover my Sweet Mango. I'm going to take some of this coral reef, just put a little bit on there. And I'm just going to come around. I didn't do that with my first one, but I'm just going to come around the edge just to draw all of those colors in together. So it just kind of defines it. And then I'll show you the difference between the one I didn't do it to and this one. And you do it the way you want. But it just kind of ties it all in, I think, kind of. So these are the Pink and Main blender brushes. And trust me, they are so comfortable to use. So that's what it looks like all blended.
I love those brushes.
I know, right? I mean, they are
the best. They are the best in the craft industry, I think.
My wrists think they are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's just it. My wrists really feel like they are. Okay, so I have this, and on this one, these are the 3 sayings that are left. Happy days, hello there, and hi. I think I'm going to use the same thinking, or the thinking of you one, just because I'll show you what I think a couple of these are really good for after I do this. So like I said, you get 2 sheets inside here, which is nice because you want, if you really like something, you want more. Maybe there's 3 in here. Wait, let me read this. Is there 3? Well, I have 3 in mine. I thought there were 2. There must be 3. I don't see it any. Oh, it does. 3 sheets. Wow. Okay, cool. So I'm going to grab a scissor And on this one, I took the heart, like that heart could have been for the high. You know, it could go either way, but I wanted more of the thinking of you. I wanted it there, but I'm going to leave it for the high in that one and cut. So you just come in and cut around and make sure you don't cut into any of the other words or hearts. So you just, she got as much as she could onto these sheets, which is pretty awesome. You know, we try to do that so there's good value for the money. So with this, it is on a carrier sheet, right? So you peel that carrier sheet off, and that gets thrown away. And this, you don't want to touch it because it is adhesive. And you're just going to decide where you want it. And on this one, I knew I was putting this extra piece in here, but I'm not doing that. So I'm going to put this one more in the center. And you just put it down. Now, like I said, you can take a popsicle stick and rub it. You can put this through your die cutting machine to press it into there. But I'm just putting it right back into my laminator because this Mink laminator has rollers that give pressure. So that's going to give it the pressure. Isabel, I have not used inks to create a background color for foil pieces, but we'll think about doing that. You know, it's just one more way to use some of the supplies you have, but to give it color. Well, I said, I think this is beautiful. I think adding the color really makes it pop too. So, I mean, there's so many things you can do. Okay, I ran that through my laminator. When I first did this, after I colored it, I thought, oh no, is my ink gonna is my ink gonna transfer to my carrier sheet? It did not. So then I felt really good. It was like, okay, that works. Oh, I gotta leave that on. I keep shutting this off. So this is on there, and I ran it through the laminator. And then you just peel it off. And you can hear, like you can hear, that is this peeling off of, you can see kind of where that adhesive is, right? So this goes to the side. I'm taking a big piece, which you're going to think is odd, for a minute. I'm putting a big piece on here. And I'm going to run this through the laminator. What's nice for the lives is the fact that I only have to run it through once on this laminator. You know, with my other laminator, I always run it through twice. And that's just because that's how I know my first laminator works the best. You know, you have to, whenever you get a machine, you need to see what works best for you, because what works for me might not work for you. So it's good to try different things. Isabel, I've run into something similar from Crafter's Companion through my big plus shot that transferred the greeting card ready for foiling. Yes. You know, these are on the market. Other companies have them.
And
yes,
Angie, let me see. Angie had a question. She wanted to know, so the foils act as a resistant. Is that what you were saying earlier?
Yep, they'll resist the watercolor. They'll resist the inks. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so this one I've ran through. And now I'm going to pull it off. And look at that. It transfers. Isn't that cute?
That's cool.
I mean, it's so easy. I know a lot of things I do are easy, but the results are beautiful. all the time. So the reason why I did this in a bigger piece than I normally would is because you have the thinking of you there, right? And for this one, I used Sending Cheer. Well, I did the same thing with this. I made it bigger, and then I took a piece of the pink toner sheets and I ran that through. See, so you get 2 for 1, and this you can cut. Now I wish this would have been cut a little wider, which is why I made this one wider. So I can do this, and then I can die cut it out for a second card, or I could make a tag out of this because it's big enough to make a tag.
That's a great idea.
That's just, you want to save those pieces. And then you also have these. So I know they're on a piece of transparency. I would maybe clean it up and cut it, maybe not have the hearts separate, but you could add this on the front of something too. I mean, if you want to. I mean, I know it's a transparency, but if you put this down and then you put a frame on top of it, it would just be shiny. So don't throw this away either. Now, one more thing I did was I took a piece of this, and when I did my tags, I actually cut this in half. These are 6 by 6. So I cut this 6 inches or 3 inches. So I had 2. And then I just clipped the corners for the tags, like on this one. On one of them, I just left it plain and like this. And then I put that sentiment, just a note, and folded it in half. So it's 3 by 3. And you can just tuck this into something for somebody, but it is just a note. There's just enough room to write a little sweet note. Or you could put a hole here and attach it to something. But I like the fact that I would leave it like this. I would make a little 3 by 3 or 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 envelope to put it in. But that's just perfect. And that's what I would use like the high for, because that 3 by 3 is perfect for that. And the hello there. So they're just perfect for little tiny things. So you don't have to do a tag. Now to finish the tag, I punched a hole and I just added fibers, which this is the 2. This is the one with the inking around the edge, and this is without. So it's just whichever your preference is. And on this one, I went a little bit lighter in the center. So just depends which you prefer. But I think all of them are great and they're easy to do, right? I mean, these would be cute even for card fronts. They don't have to be for tags. But I do like the idea of doing just the little note cards because they're easy to tuck in someplace. So I'm going to switch my camera up. And turn this. I had to turn it real quick because I'm in the process of, let me see, of cleaning my room. And it didn't. I'm in the process of cleaning my room. And there's a lot going on in here. I didn't want you to see me mess.
Boy, don't we know that.
I have to move, or this has to move.
Yep. It's always something. Oh, my hair's blowing all over the place.
So there we go. There we go.
Yes.
See, I have some empty shelves.
Great tips.
Which is odd.
Yeah.
It's
great tips there, Missy.
Well, I love foils.
Yes, I know you do.
And I like tips and tricks. That is, Let me see.
Yeah.
Love the color combos. Thanks, Rebecca. I know, trying different things and making them work, it's always fun. That looks like a neon sign to me. Yeah, kind of. You know, it could be flashing. Yeah, you're right, Angie. Hey,
Love
Jimmy,
that.
it's been a long time. You'll have to watch the replay. This is what we created.
Oh, hi, Jimmy.
This is what we created. So they are fun.
Aw.
Denise, I need to learn more about foiling. You know, I would say, well, I've done foiling for the last 3 weeks. I'm not, Lisa, did you do it last week? I'm not sure if you did. I did.
No.
No, you didn't. But yeah, just go to our YouTube. There's lots.
Oh, there's tons.
Because it is one of my favorite things to do, and
Yeah.
Lisa loves to do it too.
Yes.
So, yes,
Tons of
definitely
ideas there.
want to check that out. I'm looking to see if there's any more questions or anything. It is a unique technique, yes, Helen. I just, you know, it's fun, and I love the fact that Pink and Main has those toner papers in different colors.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You know, I mean, that is cool.
That's really cool. I
And
like
her stuff works with other foils too. So, like, I mean, if you can only get one thing, you know, maybe get those colored toner paper.
Yeah.
Because they are pretty cool. And they come in a combination pack. She has a couple different ones.
Yeah.
You know, so you get a couple of each sheet, you know, so.
Yeah, this is what I did. This was with.
You know, where am I?
Gosh, dang it.
No,
Okay.
you're there.
This one has the green, right?
Yep.
And then this one is just foiled on the white. This is the white foiling paper.
Yep.
The one that you want to try.
Yep.
That's what
I
this
know.
is. So,
It's on my list.
isn't that cool though? What a difference.
Yes. You know,
So cool.
just fun. And, you know, I mean, it's nice to have a lot of different things you can do with the same product. Like Isabel, she had never colored over the foils. It's an easy thing to do, and yet it gives you a totally different look.
Yes.
You know?
Oh,
And I love watercoloring over them. My heat set watercolors from Emerald Creek go over them perfectly. And heating it with the heat gun doesn't affect them. You know, so I mean, there's just so much you can do. Yeah. So Lisa has the name of last week's winner for the Impression Obsession.
I do. And the winner from last week is Katie Amodio.
Oh, yep. She's here a lot.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So congratulations, Katie.
Yay, Katie.
I hope I didn't butcher your name too bad.
Well, make sure you send us a message, and so you can claim your prize.
Yes. And you got 48 hours.
Yep.
So make sure that you do that.
Yeah, we had to put a time limit on it because sometimes it's weeks later, and we have to give the prizes away. Our sponsors expect to be given any, you know. So we're giving people 48 hours to claim their prize, and so congratulations. And this week, make sure you like, comment, and share this video and Lisa's video with #BellaCrafts to enter for Pink and Main's giveaway, which is
$25 gift card.
Okay. I didn't know for sure. I want to make sure.
Yeah, that's what she usually does, and she hasn't told me anything different. So I'm assuming,
which would get you some of this fun stuff to play with.
Yes.
You know. Yep. And for those of you that were part of the BellaCon event, you will get the link to the BellaCon camp sometime this evening. And for the rest of you, if you're on our mailing list, you will be sent the information Friday or Saturday. So We want to get all of that out there. And it would be myself, Eileen Hull, and Juliana from Jewelloom who will be teaching at that event, along with possibly Miss Julie McGuffey being the hostess with the most.
Oh, she's always too fun. Jules, Julie's just too, well, Jules is a lot of fun too.
They're all fun.
Yeah, the J's, the double J's. That's what we should just start calling them. The double J's may be there.
Yep. So, yes. So we are so happy that you were here with us. I hope that we inspired you some, and we hope that you come back next week. Next week, we will be working with some of my products. I know Lisa is going to be using the stencils. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use stencils or if I'm going to use my art foamies.
It's going to be a surprise.
It is. We're going to see what I come up with.
Yeah, me too.
It's always fun. Yes. So
Oh my God.
Until then, please take some time to craft.
Yes, because it's good for your soul.
Dorothy Green, I will have to come back and watch what you made, Anne. Yes, Dorothy. So I did ink blending and foiling, and so much fun.
Love that.
So much fun.
So colorful.
Well, and you can do any colors you want.
I know, but so colorful for you. You're usually in the darker tones. That's pretty colorful for you. We all have our certain likes, and there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. Well, with foils, it's easier to get colorful, I think. Right? So.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you all. And we will see you next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Take care, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.